Keene Trace Golf Club outside Lexington, Kentucky, playing host to the 2019 NCAA Division III Men's Golf Championship. After 2 rounds, the field was trimmed from 42 teams down to 18, and the top 6 individuals from non-qualifying teams also advanced to Thursday's third-round action. Absolutely gorgeous weather on Thursday, but that didn't make Champion Trace play any easier. In the race for the individual title, we picked things up on the second hole, a 573-yard par 5. Oglethorpe's Jacob Arnett, not intimidated, reaches the green in 2, pushes this eagle putt past the hole, but settles for an easy birdie. Arnett finished with a 2-over-74 and is tied for 4th, 4 shots back of the lead. Also in contention for the individual crown, Hope College's Josh Gibson. Gibson began the day a shot under par, one of just 8 student athletes under par through the first 36 holes. Gibson with back-to-back birdies at hole number 1 and hole number 2, 2 of his 5 birdies in Thursday's third round, but he also carded 3 double bogeys, finishing 1 over for the day and remaining in 3rd place. The lead after 54 holes belongs to Sam Goldenring of Williams College. When it was all said and done, Goldenring was the only student athlete in the field to post a red number today, 6 birdies, 4 bogeys, on his way to shooting 70 and reclaiming the individual lead after falling into a tie for 3rd after Wednesday's second round.
It's a big boy golf course for sure. It's no mistake that the PGA Tour plays here because it's a big golf course. It forces driver in your hands a lot. Like, I don't think there's any hole out here when I hit less than a 2-iron off the tee. So it's very firm and fast, but then at the same time you have really thick rough. So you need to hit it in the fairway, like I said, and from there then you can attack some of these pins. But if you're not in the fairway, then you gotta think on your feet a little bit.
The rest of the individual leaderboard features student athletes who are leading their school's charge for the team championship. Huntington's Drew Mathers, Guilford's Addison Manring, and Illinois Wesleyan's Ben Johnson have helped their respective schools separate themselves from the rest of the field. Without question, the story of the day on the team side was the third round put together by the Huntington Hawks. 8th after day 1, 4th after day 2, the Hawks posted 3 even par 72s and a 2-over-74, a total score of 290, to leapfrog both Wittenberg and Guilford and move into a tie for first place. The team they're tied with, your 36-hole leader, Illinois Wesleyan. Midway through the third round, the Titans actually fell into second place, but were able to recover thanks to 2 birdies and an eagle on the par 5 17th. As mentioned, Guilford College still very much in the mix, just 2 strokes back of the co-leaders. Beyond that, the rest of the teams you see would need a lot of things to go their way in Friday's final round if they want to bring home the national championship. And for Illinois Wesleyan's Ben Johnson, he can think of no better way to end his college career than bringing home that title.
For me and our other senior, I mean, this is probably our last big competitive round for a while. So, I mean, we kind of walked into here with the mindset of leave it all out there. I'm saying this now, I'm sure I'll be a little nervous tomorrow, but I don't think the leading really makes a difference. We still got to come out, and if we execute the way we can, we're right up there with the best teams in the country, so we know we can do it.
The final round of the 2019 NCAA Division III Men's Golf Championship saw both the individual and team titles still very much up for grabs. Overnight rain slightly softened the greens at Keene Trace Golf Club, but the course still saved its toughest test for last, but the student athletes brought their collective A game as well. Oglethorpe's Jacob Arnett was 4th after 3 rounds and maintained that position thanks to this eagle on the 6th hole. The rest of his round featured 4 bogeys and 1 birdie. He shot 1 over for the day, 2 over for the tournament, and finished alone in 4th. Hope's Josh Gibson, 3rd after 3 rounds, He too would find an eagle on the course today, taming the par 5 14th in just 3 shots. Gibson also carded 5 bogeys and 4 birdies, like this one on his finishing hole, the 9th. He ended his round and the tournament 1 under par, ultimately landing in 2nd place. Everyone was chasing the 54-hole leader, Sam Goldenring from Williams College. Goldenring roared out of the gates with 3 birdies on his first 6 holes of the final round, gave all 3 shots back with a bogey and double bogey at 8 and 9. Door was open for a time, but Goldenring slammed it shut with solid golf the rest of the way. 9 holes, 9 pars, even for the round, 3 under for the tournament, and an individual national championship. The round of the day belonged to Southwestern's Cade Osgood, who moved up 16 spots into a tie for 6th after a final round 69. Huntington's Drew Mathers, like so many others, put up a score right around even par, which made Goldenring sweat, but also allowed him to hold on.
I knew I had some guys chasing me, but I knew that they would have to push. And I knew if I just gave myself looks and if I missed every birdie putt and made par, that I'd probably be okay, because making a birdie and sustaining the birdie is very hard out here. So I just took it one shot at a time, took what the course gave me, and I made a lot of pars, and that's kind of my MO on my team. A lot of my boys give me some crap for that, but it is what it is. A par's a par, and it got it done.
Entering the final day of the team competition, Illinois Wesleyan and Huntington shared the lead, while Guilford was just 2 shots back, and this one wasn't decided until the final hole of the tournament. Huntington appeared to be falling off the pace until they reached the 14th hole. The Hawks combined for 3 eagles and a birdie on the 552-yard par 5, making up 7 shots and vaulting themselves back into the lead. Costly errors left Huntington scrambling, however, as Illinois Wesleyan was steady down the stretch. 3 Titans played the final 9 holes under par, as Illinois Wesleyan's 294 was enough to earn a 3-stroke win, with Huntington and Guilford not far behind. Huntington was the only team in the field to post 4 rounds below 300, but it still wasn't enough. Concordia moved from 6th to 4th after a final round 293, but this year belongs to Illinois Wesleyan, a perennial participant in this event, finally winning it all for the first time in school history.
That was the pitch that got me to go to Illinois Wesleyan. It was like, we compete for a national championship every year. You can go to a small D1 school kind of thing, but you come here, you have a chance to win a national championship, and that's something really special. And that's what we've been striving for ever since I've been here. And to finish like this is our goal the entire year. We're thinking about this all year long when we're practicing. Everything you do, just trying to get better day after day. And it really paid off.
It's day 4 for the 2019 D2 Men's Golf Championship here at the resort at Glade Springs in Daniels, West Virginia. But first, we want to take you back to yesterday and the conclusion of our individual tournament. Sitting at 3 under after the first 2 rounds, Florida Southern's Michael Vanderlyn, whose highlights here come from today's round, shot 6 under to find himself in the lead at the conclusion of his final round yesterday. Vanderlyn, whose brother won this event last year, waited while late charges from Toto Gana of Lynn and Jorge Garcia of Barry came up just short, declaring a member of the Vanderlyn family the champion for the 2nd straight year.
You know, my brother's obviously a stud. He's got just about every record at Florida Southern, and to have him text me today and say congratulations and, you know, basically welcome to the club was the coolest one yet. So I can't stop looking at the trophy, like you said, and I can't stop smiling. So it's been a good day.
Looking at the rest of our individual final leaderboard, Colorado Christian's Chase Carlson finished in 3rd behind Jorge Garcia. Carlson finished 6 under for the tournament. Tying with Toto Gana for 4th was Vanderlyn's Florida Southern teammate Christian Anderson, both shooting 4 under. 5 players tied for 6th place, shooting .213. Those players include Jacob Azinga of West Florida, Zach James of Southeast Oklahoma State, Arkansas Tech's Austin Jean, Alex Scott of Grand Valley State, and Lincoln Memorial's Sam Broadhurst. Our final 8 teams started their day in the quarterfinals of the team tournament. The biggest news of the round came from top seed Barry dropping their final match play to Lincoln Memorial. The Rail Splitters snuck into the final 8-team cut by 1 stroke yesterday before getting match wins from Bradbury, McCollum, and a tournament low 64 from Broadhurst to pull off the upset. Florida Southern took their matchup against Trevecca, separated by only 4 strokes on aggregate. The Mocs got match wins from Ibbotson, Anderson, and individual champion Vanderland to take their quarterfinal matchup. In that semifinal matchup between Florida Southern and Lincoln Memorial, the 8th-seeded Rail Splitters once again pulled the upset, winning 3 matches to 2. Bradbury, Harries, and McCollum won their matches to send them to the final tomorrow.
Look, we've never been this far before, and we know that we're in new waters for sure for our school, but we know we've got a good team morale, got a lot of confidence in the boys, and anything's possible again. We beat the number 1 team, so why can't we beat the number 2 team? So. I have full confidence in the guys. They're all spirits are high. Their games are good. So we'll be here in the morning ready to go.
One of our other quarterfinal matchups saw the Lynn Knights soundly defeat Cal State Monterey Bay 4 matches to 0 with 1 tie. The defending champion Knights found themselves pitted against West Florida in the semifinals after the Argonauts defeated Arkansas Tech in dominating fashion 5 matches to 0 in their quarterfinal matchup. In that semifinal, Lynn took 4 of the 5 matches to send them to the finals tomorrow to defend their title. Bustos, Erazes, Villar, and Ghana won their matches by a combined 15 strokes, with Marrero taking the lone match for West Florida.
We feel really good. We all 5 are players really solid. I think we can do it tomorrow. Depending on the matches, how it's going to be, the pairings, we have to play the same game, the same strategy, and we are going to make it.
So that sets the stage for tomorrow, as the Lynn Fighting Knights and the Lincoln Memorial Rail Splitters will have one final round to decide our team champion for Men's Division II in 2019. Congrats once again to Michael Vanderland yesterday on his individual championship for this season. Join us tomorrow for our team final and for live updates on NCAA.com. It's the 5th and final day for the D2 Men's Golf Championships here at the resort at Glade Springs in Daniels, West Virginia. The championship round came down to our final 2 teams, the 2nd-seeded and defending champion Lynn University Fighting Knights and the 8th-seeded Lincoln Memorial Rail Splitters. The Rail Splitters had already knocked off the top team in Division II in the quarterfinals and were looking to knock off the number 2 Knights to claim their school's first championship. Getting right into the action, our first matchup was between Lynn's Toto Ghana and Lincoln Memorial's Dan Bradbury. Trailing by 4 strokes on 14, Ghana would erase that lead on the final 4 holes, drawing even with Bradbury with a birdie on 17. But Ghana would bogey 18 as Bradbury found par and clinched the first matchup for the Rail Splitters. Taking the second match for Lincoln Memorial as well was Sam Broadhurst, tied going into the back 9 with Augustin Arezari of Lynn. Broadhurst would close out the final 3 holes strong, finishing with a 3-stroke victory. But while our first 2 matchups went the Rail Splitters' way, the matches behind them were telling a different story in favor of Lynn. And the third matchup between the Knights, Carlos Bustos, and the Rail Splitters' Luke Harries, Bustos' 1-stroke lead at the turn had ballooned into a 5-stroke lead by the time the players reached 18, taking the third matchup for Lynn and bringing them to within 2 matches to 1 overall. The fourth matchup pitted Lynn's Giovanni Manzoni and Lincoln Memorial's Harry Boyle. Manzoni would take a 2-stroke lead on the first hole and would never relinquish. Holding on to a 3-stroke lead as they came to 18, Manzoni would clinch the second matchup for Lynn and even the series at 2 matches apiece. But the Knights had to feel confident as the matches played out this afternoon, as our fifth matchup, Lynn's Jorge Villar held an 8-stroke lead at one point on the back 9 and would close out his final round over Hamish McCollum of Lincoln Memorial, winning by 7 strokes, giving Lynn the 3-2 matchup victory and claiming back-to-back titles for the Fighting Knights.
At the beginning of the week, we knew that it was going to be a long week, and we were staying really focused with our game plan. We stick to it and we give our best each day. Me, Jorge, and Toto, we played last year. We had that moment, and we knew what we were facing. And also Giovanni and Agustin, they are really good freshman players, and they've been playing really big tournaments, so they knew where they're facing.
And these guys are they fought hard all week, and it was a tough week. And I mean, those guys, they fought their butts off all week, and it's been 22 years ago since I won one as a player, so I know what these guys feel like, and I know what it'll do for their careers and for their lives. And And you know, they said it last year, once you're a national champion, you're a national champion forever, and we got another one.
That concludes the 2019 Men's Division II Golf Championships from here at the resort at Glade Springs in Daniels, West Virginia. Congratulations to the Lynn Fighting Knights on their back-to-back championships.